Wow. So Wrestling Prep's growth from where it started. I mean, my first recollection of it was with Carolyn assisting a friend of hers who was really prominent in the wrestling community and running his business of trying to do some coaching to supplement his income, and from there, even when that relationship changed, people were excited about Carolyn's contribution. They were connecting to her identity, and the identity that group identity was already beginning to develop. And what may have started by sharing some or contributing to some practice space at some established clubs in the area, over a number of years, evolved to taking space in a commercial park and having, I don't know, 2,500 square feet or so approximately of mat space, and that provided some of the basic infrastructure to create the opportunity for growth. But I think what maybe separates, and this goes back to an earlier question, what makes us different, it's a question of inclusion as opposed to exclusion. There's a place for exclusion, particularly as folks become elite, and not everyone is able to or wants to make a commitment to be elite, and that's fine. But at sort of the foundation of what Wrestling Prep is all about is inclusion first, and that is shown manifest in open rooms, the numerous forms of training and access to resources that are available at no charge. It's part of why we organized ourselves as a nonprofit, so that we could make available resources to be inclusive. And I see that as a cause that has led to the effect of hundreds, and now we're bridging thousands. No exaggeration, looking at the numbers of our 10 weeks of camp this past summer, we had close to 1,480, close to 1,500 unique individual athletes come through our camp in one aspect or another. So to go maybe 7, 8, 9 years ago from sharing practices with established clubs and now seeing close to 1,500 unique athletes come through our summer camps just this past summer, and this is 2013 right now, is remarkable. And to do it on shoestring budgets, sort of deriving from some of those startup principles of frugality and wearing lots of hats, to be an operations person and a wrestling coach and a nutritionist and a counselor, and all the things that Carolyn and the folks around her are really pulling off, are more descriptions of causes that has led to that effect of growth. So I've spoken a great deal about what people might regard as the soft side, the soft skills, but to address your question of why the growth, or how much growth have I seen, this would all just be a social club if there weren't results, and there's a place for that, but that's not what we're about. We're trying to help people succeed, and in whatever their chosen endeavor is. Again, wrestling just happens to be a vehicle for that training, that instruction. And I hope that sheds a little bit of light on why we're growing and what type of growth we've seen. And as I look to the future, I see no reason to believe that it won't continue.